What's the solution for Democrats to get elected statewide?
First of all, we're trying to get Jesus to run.
I don't think he'll cut his hair.
We hear he's on our side, but he doesn't want to get political. So
And here the Democrats are always complaining that the Republicans bring God into the
No.
campaign system.
I was saying Jesus. God's for everybody. We got Jesus.
Now we're going to have a debate over whether Jesus is God or not, huh, Jason?
Well, you guys got George W. Bush to run when, he was the son of a president. We figure son of God. That's got to trump everything. No, there's a lot of things that have to go well. The very first thing that has to go well is Democrats have to believe they're in the fight. And you're talking to a Baltimore Orioles fan. And I know what it's like to be in the wilderness, but now I remember what it's like to be in the playoffs. So if the Orioles can challenge the Yankees, the Democrats can challenge the Republicans in Texas.
It's a pretty good metaphor. We want to bring our audience into the conversation. Josh Hinkle has some more questions for you.
That's right. People are saying don't get too comfortable with the way redistricting has played out because we have court appeals that are likely going to happen. And as you mentioned, the legislature is probably going to have to come back and visit this. So what's going to happen in the next election?
Looking ahead, anyone?
Yeah, Obama's going to win re-election. And I will take that bet, and I'll make it on Mitt Romney terms. I'll bet anyone $10,000 that he's going to win re-election.
And if that happens, the Department of Justice will continue to meddle in Texas's business. But I do think that the Republicans will maintain control of the legislature, and I think they'll get it right if they have to go back to the redistricting process and handle it differently than it was handled this past time. I think there were some mistakes early on from a legal standpoint that hopefully won't be made again.
And by legal mistakes, he's referring to what a judge referred to as intentionally disenfranchising Hispanic voters.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant
well, I'm sure that's not what he meant. That's what the judge meant.
The way it was handled, and I think that it can be handled in a much better fashion. And clearly, look, there were Republicans unhappy with the way redistricting turned out because people who weren't part of the inside group didn't do too well in redistricting. So it isn't just a pure partisan issue. And I think that this next time around, there are a lot of things that can be done to make it a better process.
Tom and I completely agree on that one.
One of the things the Republicans did in 2010 when they won all those seats in the legislature was they won just in time to draw new maps, and by drawing new maps, they kind of institutionalized their legislative advantage. So I don't expect really this election to turn the legislature around, either in the House or in the Senate. It doesn't look competitive.
I would agree.
Okay. Well, we're going to take one final break here at this town hall this morning for On Politics 2012.
And when we come back, our panel will take on the topics of Medicaid and much more, and how that could affect the election.